This is how I would learn 3D for YouTube documentaries if I had to start over. Because the first time I tried Blender, I quit. I opened it, got overwhelmed, thought it was too hard, and I completely dropped it. But about a year later, I tried again. But this time, I pushed through. And after months of hard tutorials, confusion, and a lot of wasted time, I finally was able to do these kinds of animations and even got a chance to edit a section of a Magnus Media documentary. But here's the crazy part. These animations you are watching on screen are not mine. They are from some of my friends and they reached this level in half the time or even faster than me. So in this video, I break down exactly what they did differently and how you can copy that path without wasting a year like I did. Starting with something I noticed again and again. Most people start saying, I'm going to learn 3D first. So they open Blender, they watch tutorials, they try random things, and the next day they just do it again. It feels productive, but nothing is pushing them forward. There's no deadline, no pressure, no clear goal. So they don't know what to learn next. They just learn whatever is nice to know. Some people get stuck in this cycle for a long time. A real example is me. The first time I tried Blender, I didn't really need it. There was no pressure at all. It was just something nice to know. So whenever I opened the program and got stuck, there wasn't any real motivation to keep moving me forward. But here's what fast learners are doing differently. Selim from Switzerland, for example, when he started, he barely even knew how to move inside of Blender. But a month later, his videos looked clean and aesthetic. Nowadays, he's getting lots of views and he's even making money from his channel. Then you have Akil from India. He had a different situation because he already had a working channel, but he wanted to add 3D visuals to it. First, he knew nothing about Blender, but 2 months later, his first ever video using 3D got 245k views. Tariq from Belize was similar. He also started with almost no Blender experience. But 3 months later, he launched his channel with realistic visuals that honestly look amazing. And then there's Tyler from Colorado. He was stuck for a long time, just practicing and not shipping anything. But after one change, he uploaded his first YouTube video in just 2 weeks. Now he's already working on his next video, which involves realistic characters and a lot of new techniques. So what's changed in each case? The secret is that none of them waited until they were ready. They didn't start by trying to learn everything first. Actually, they all did the same thing. They picked one video idea and said, I will publish this even if it's not perfect. That's the real difference. Once that decision is made, everything else shifts. Now every hour in Blender has a purpose, not to learn everything, but to finish this one video and publishing it on YouTube. My experience was similar. The second time I tried Blender was when I started this channel. This time it was a real project, so I had no choice but to improve in Blender if I wanted to gain trust on YouTube. So if I had to start over, I would do these 3 simple steps. First, pick a video topic that is easy to explain, something that works well with simple 3D. Second, use AI in the script, not because AI is perfect, but because the goal here is repetitions and shipping your first video as quickly as possible. And third, follow tutorials only when it's necessary to move forward. So don't watch tutorials for the sake of it. First, have a goal, then watch a tutorial to achieve that goal. That could be creating characters, animating camera, whatever. After a few uploads, you get faster. You start seeing patterns. You understand what good enough actually means. And yeah, I'm going to give you the red pill here. Your first video will probably get no views. That doesn't mean your 3D visuals are bad. It means YouTube is a different skill. If you wait until you master 3D first, you spend months learning something you don't actually need, then you start publishing videos and now you have to learn a lot more stuff, and finally you get to start learning some YouTube. But if you just care about uploading your first video, you can start learning about YouTube much sooner. But even though a clear goal and taking action is super powerful, for most people it's still not enough because you can take action and still waste months. So let me show you something. Look at these scenes from Akil and Selim. These are some of their earliest works, and yet they already look better than 99% of other beginners. Now ask yourself this: do you think those scenes look like that because they knew about color theory or cinematic camera framing, advanced lighting and all that stuff? Of course not. They were beginners. So what's their secret? The secret is this: they copied, and they copied a lot. In fact, they copied Imperial, Solve and Fern more than you may think. And that's the key. They weren't trying to create new scenes from scratch. They were reusing scenes that already worked in the past. They already looked good. And then they adapt those visuals to their own video's context. That's why copying works so well. When you copy what already works, you skip years of guesswork. You don't need to learn color theory, lighting, or camera framing. You just copy decisions that were already proven. And after enough reps, your brain starts to see patterns. You start making better choices. And new ideas come from things you've already done in the past. But here's where most beginners mess up. They think they are copying, but in reality they are not. Because they look at the reference once, then say, okay, I got it, and just start working on Blender. From that point on, you're not copying, you're actually guessing. That's why their version at the end always looks way worse than what they were copying at the beginning. And this is the part that makes copying actually work. You need the reference open the whole time. Zoom in, compare angles, compare lighting, compare the spacing between the objects, the colors. You really need to obsess over those little details. But you can definitely take this to the stream, and I don't want you to do that, because this is another red pill. Your copy will always be worse than the original piece. It even happens with me. In this channel, I upload tutorials copying scenes one-to-one, but my version is always worse. Not because bad or worse than the people I'm copying, it's like a rule. The copy will always be worse than the original, and you have to accept it. That's normal. The goal here is not to get a one-to-one copy. The goal here is to learn faster. Now, copying a lot can make you improve way faster, but you can still fail if you copy the wrong stuff. For example, most beginners want to go full Fern style on their first video. The problem with that style is that it's super expensive. To get that look, you usually need a lot of models, characters, and specialized tools. And to gather all that, you will need around $600 or $700. Or more. And remember what I said earlier, your first video will probably get no views. So picture this: you spend all this amount of money plus the headache of learning a new software, and when you finally publish your video, it gets no views. That hurts. So yeah, what should you copy instead? I recommend starting with what I call black void style. This style is the style you see on channels like Imperial, Looped, and Solve. In this style, you only show the important elements, removing everything else. This approach forces you to learn the skills that matter the most, like lighting, framing, or camera moves. And if you want to learn everything you need to make black void scenes, I actually have a free course covering all of that. Previously, my community was $33 a month, but now it's free. There you can watch my free course where you will learn everything you need to know to make black void scenes. And you can use some of those techniques with more complex styles. And if you are from India, which is a lot of people that are watching this video right now, I have a special gift for you. My full course. Not the free one, my full course, which previously was $33 a month, now is available for a one-time payment of $9. And it's translated to Hindi, meaning you will have all the course lessons with future changes and updates for just one-time payment of $9. I wanted to do this because a lot of my audience is from India and almost no one could afford my $33 subscription. So yeah, this is my gift for you. If you want to enter the community, see the free course, share your work with others, and get feedback, the link is in the description. But coming back to the video, even though I recommend the black void style, if the end goal is Fern style, you can work up to that over the course of a year, implementing little improvements and investments with each video. For example, from one video to the other, you can implement animation, or you can implement dressed characters, or more complex scenes, realistic characters, whatever you actually want, but do it one at a time. That would be ideal. But now that you know what to copy, what happens if you get stuck? Because at some point you will get stuck trying to make your animation, and that's completely normal. When that happens, most people do the same thing. They open YouTube, they search, they watch 10 tutorials, and 2 hours later they are more confused than before. The problem is not lack of information, the problem is direction. Sometimes you don't need a full tutorial. You just need someone to tell you, don't do that, do this instead. Or maybe that someone can also say you, watch this specific tutorial instead of you looking for 10. Let me give you a real example. A while ago, I wanted to create realistic characters, and I had no idea where to start. Then, Bord from Cypher told me about Character Creator. That one piece of advice saved me weeks. From there, he also told me about AI characters, motion capture, better cycle settings, the best render farms out there, and much more. Some of the biggest realizations I had with 3D came from the advice of another person and not by watching some random tutorial. And I've seen this happen with other people like Selim, Akil, Tyler, all the people we already talked about. They don't get stuck for months because when they hit a wall, they just ask me through DMs inside my community, and I just have to point them to the right direction or the right tutorial. Either way, they keep moving and they don't get stuck. That's the real advantage. So if you want to improve faster, don't try to figure out everything alone. Find someone who is a few steps ahead and just ask. That one habit can save you months. And now that you have a plan, you know what to copy and how to avoid getting stuck, there's one last thing, and it's that you don't know all the tools and shortcuts yet. And discovering them one by one can take months. And I know this because that happened to me. Whatever you're trying to do, there's already a way that is 10 times faster than what you are currently trying. You just don't know about that solution. And I had to figure out the hard way, but now I'm just going to give you a bunch of useful websites and tools that can help you get to your goals or the thing you're trying to do much faster. Let's start with assets. If you need 3D assets, there's 3 websites that cover almost everything. There's Blender Kit, which is not just a website, it's also an add-on. Just search for it and you will know what I'm talking about. Then you have Sketchfab, and finally you have CG Trader. Between those 3, you can find buildings, props, vehicles, and almost anything you need for free or a very affordable price. Next, we have characters. If you want fast characters and fast animations, use Mixamo. You can find characters and add animations to them really quickly. But if you want realistic characters, Character Creator is the best option. There are cheaper alternatives, but nothing saves you more time in the long run than Character Creator. I know this because I tried with cheaper alternatives, but it always slows down my workflow compared to just using Character Creator. If you want to dress realistic characters fast, you have 2 good options. First, you can use clothing from the Reallusion Marketplace. That's the company behind Character Creator. Or you can use MetaTailor. MetaTailor lets you dress characters using clothes from other websites, which often is cheaper than the clothes from the Reallusion store, and it has a CC5 plugin. Sometimes I can make almost the same outfit with free clothes from Sketchfab compared to what I get in the Reallusion Marketplace. But if you are working with minimalist characters like a mannequin, for example those that Fern or Cypher uses, you can use MetaTailor as well or Genie. I have a MetaTailor tutorial on my free course, and then you have a Genie tutorial here on YouTube. In the future, I will probably create a new complete tutorial for the free course, which involves MetaTailor and Genie. Now let's talk about animation. If you want to use Mixamo animations and you want to apply those to dress characters, you can use Rococo, which is a free plugin that retargets those Mixamo animations into your dressed character. Then if you're struggling with lighting and camera angles, here are the best videos on that on YouTube, and I also have lessons from my course that talk all about that. But even if you never join, those videos alone are amazing. Same thing with color theory. You don't need to master it, but understanding the basics helps a lot. Here's a video that explains that really well. For performance, you need to learn how to optimize Eevee and cycles. Those two things alone can save you hours of render time. So here are two great videos that talk all about that. And finally, render farms. Choosing the right one matters a lot. So on screen, I'll show you a video that compares them and explains which one makes sense depending on your budget. You also have a guide on how to use these render farms on my free course. Finally, if you want all of this in one place, you don't want to see a bunch of tutorials, you want just one course cleaned up and everything tailored to documentary style videos and not just general 3D, Render Room, which is my community, is the best place for that, and now it's free. You can join right now with the link in the description. Remember, there's a free course, and if you are from India, you can get the full course translated to Hindi for just $9, one-time payment, with all the future additions and updates included. That's it. If I had to start over, this is how I would do it. Take action, copy a lot, copy the right style, ask for help, and use the right shortcuts. See you in the next one.